Alrighty, y'all. Welcome back, Star Wars fans, to the Old Star Wars Fan Podcast. I can't even English right now. I am so giddy. Y'all don't understand, okay? I can't even English. Dark Forces, the PC game, was my first Star Wars game on PC, okay? It was cutting edge for its time. It had elements of Doom. You got to use a lightsaber. You got to use the Force. It was everything. It was the godfather of Star Wars gaming when it came to Force sensitive individuals. Okay? Forget the Old Republic. Forget, choosing, do you want to be a Jedi or a Sith? It started on that game. Every other game previous to it was either a flight simulator or was a platformer, and the story was already set up. Yes, on Super Nintendo, you could play some of those old Star Wars games, and that was fun. But Star Wars Dark Forces was really the one that brought gaming off the console onto the PC, to the quote-unquote PC master race, and blew it out of the water. I mean, just knocked it out of the park. 27-year-old Star Wars Dark Forces gets a modern PC port with 4K and gamepad support. This is coming from hothardwire.com. Okay? This scene here with Darth Vader and the General. Yes. It's crazy. I mean, y'all, I'm 40 years old and I'm geeking out over a remake of a game. Geeking out. Dark Forces is an extremely notable game from an entirely different era of Star Wars. Created before the prequels, it hails from a time when all official Star Wars media was based on the original 3 films. It also doesn't include any Jedi or Sith characters. You play as Kyle Katarn, a former Imperial stormtrooper turned mercenary for hire. The first mission is literally you stealing the Death Star plans for the rebellion. I'm telling y'all, chef's kiss deliciousness. Despite being largely overlooked by modern fans, after all, in the wake of the Disney acquisition, it's no longer considered quote-unquote canon. Dark Forces is one of the best Star Wars video games, and is arguably the very best. Especially with the graphics and the gameplay mechanics that it introduced. It's a classic Star Wars at its strongest. Instead of an interpersonal drama and flashy lightsaber battles, it's a grungy sci-fi action as Kyle blasts his way through 14 long levels set in familiar locales like Nar, Shadaba, Coruscant, and inside a Star Destroyer. Telling, dude, I am geeking out right now. Yeah, this, I don't know if y'all actually watch these or if you just listen to me geek out, but the fact that you got a repeating blaster and you tearing it up, okay? Tearing it up. I'm just, I want this so much. As a 40-year-old man, I would rather have this than a 69 Impala. Yeah, I said it. As now, As much as you know, the author adores the game, it's been difficult to recommend to new players because setting it up requires a DOS box to play the original release compared to modern FPS games. It had clunky controllers, no mouse support, an awkward layout. It also ran a typical DOS VGA resolution at 320 to 200, which isn't just a matter of improved visuals. The resolution is so low it can be hard to see. At the time, that was top notch. You look at games now like the Final Fantasy remake, you could literally see the freckles on Cloud while he's kicking somebody's butt. Okay? All of that is resolved now thanks to very hard work by Lucius DXL, the creator of the Force engine. This is a reverse-engineered version of the Jedi engine that powered Dark Forces and other LucasArts games. It targets SDL, which is a sort of like an open source version of DirectX, and it completely re-implements the original Dark Forces game with limited mod support. Thanks to the Force engine, fans new and old can play, or in the case of myself, replay, Dark Forces with full mouse look support, an always run toggle, and of course high resolution. Actually, the app supports both modern hardware, rendering, as well as software mod if you prefer the clunky pixel look. Now remember, this game came out in the 90s, y'all, okay? The 90s. If you go back and play the original Wolfenstein, okay, that crap looked like Minecraft. You can choose to play. It's scaled 4:3 aspect ratio, or open things up for widescreen. You can also rebind all your controls, and there's game pads that are completed as well. The whole game is playable on the 1.0 release of the Force engine. But y'all, this is why I love modding communities, okay? I love Bethesda gaming, Skyrim, Oblivion, Morrowind, and when you can come back and actually get, old classics like this one and introduce it to a brand new generation of gamers. And it's really not that long of a game. You could beat it in a couple of days if you just ground through it. But it connects my generation with the Star Wars fans of today. Okay? And that's really what George Lucas wanted. He wanted to connect. He wanted to have, a story that transcends generations, that transcends language, ethnicity, gender, religion. You can watch it or play the game, be entertained, be enlightened, be hopeful of the future, regardless of where you were in life, how old you were. And that's why I'm super excited to tell y'all about this. You need to look it up. Now, you will need a copy of the game if you don't have the original CD lying around. You can pick it up for cheap on GOG. And it's apparently like $2, which is cool. But again, y'all, I probably most of y'all have not played this game. But for the love of God, find the game, play the game. Okay? This is 27 years old. But y'all, you're going to be highly entertained. You're going to love it. You're going to enjoy it. My name is Daniel. I am a Star Wars fan. And you best be believing The moment I get the chance, you know I'm going to be buying this game. I'll see y'all on the next one.